All you need to know about the 2023 Lexus RX. The 2023 Lexus RX is proof that the Japanese are doubling down on hybrid power. Or, rather, tripling up. This new fifth generation of Lexus luxury crossover that created the segment in North America over 20 years back brings not one nor two hybrid powertrains, but a total of 3 to the table. This includes a plug-in hybrid option and for the first time, an F-Sport performance variant that's also electrified. The base model is no longer V6 powered, but moves to a 2.4-liter turbocharged inline 4. What could be on interest to enthusiasts is that the range-topping RX 500h has a 6-speed automatic instead of a CVT. It even employs a new AWD system Lexus calls direct flow, which can potentially send over 50% of total torque to the rear. The new Lexus RX, whilst clearly an RX in silhouette and glasshouse, changes up the Lexus spindle grille significantly. It also packs in more space in the same footprint, riding on a 2.36-inch longer wheelbase than the previous generation RX. The bigger news, however, is that the new RX can be specified with the new 14-inch touchscreen infotainment system that's also in the NX. Hurrah, for not having to deal with the infamously fiddly touchpad controls. Ah, the Lexus spindle. One of the favorite sore points amongst the keyboard warriors, before BMW stole some thunder away with its recent grille designs. Ironically, while the Lexus signature grille has shrunk in square footage, it hasn't when it comes to splitting opinions. Where the previous RX grille followed the contours of the leading edge of the front, the new one sort fades into the bumper. In the process, the grilles evolved into a forehead that would look more at home on a Honda. The redesigned headlights lose some of that Lexus fluidity, again for a more generic appearance. Though, the rear end actually goes the other way, and gains uniqueness in the way the body tapers into the light bar. The 2023 Lexus RX has a longer wheelbase than before, but the rear overhangs are shortened by the same amount, making for tighter proportions, especially with the optional 21-inch wheels now on offer. The new Lexus RX still has the slightly front-heavy look that's a Toyota/Lexus signature, but it's also more striking for sure. What it isn't, is a less polarizing design. What's also not immediately apparent given how similar the new RX looks to the outgoing model from some angles is that it rides on the new GAK platform. The new platform, shared with other models like the smaller Lexus NX, helps cut 198 pounds of weight. On the other hand, the multi-link rear suspension has seen a redesign to improve ride and handling. New powertrains for the Lexus RX. The big news is that the 3.5-liter V6 that laid the base for the RX range is out. A 2.4-liter turbocharged inline 4 mated to an 8-speed automatic takes its place in the RX 350, making 275 horsepower and 317 lb-ft. There's less power than the V6's peak 295 horsepower, but there's also more torque than that model's 267 lb-ft for this new RX. Performance metrics are about half a second quicker though. Lexus claims a 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7.5s for the FWD model and 7.2s for the AWD. At the same time, estimated efficiency is marginally higher at 24 miles per gallon combined. Next up, the hybrids, all of which feature AWD. The RX 350h uses the familiar 2.5-liter inline 4 with an electric motor on the rear axle for a combined 246 horsepower and 233 lb-ft. It uses a CVT to put the power down, with a 0 to 60 miles per hour estimate of 7.4s and 33 miles per gallon combined. The sportiest model is the RX 500h with its 2.4-liter turbocharged, twin-electric motor hybrid setup producing 367 horsepower and 406 lb-ft. The new 6-speed automatic should sharpen up performance, with a claimed 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.9s. Meanwhile, the direct 4 AWD with a more powerful electric motor on the rear axle should also sharpen handling with a more rear-biased torque split possible. Estimated combined efficiency stands at 26 miles per gallon. Details on the RX 450h Plus plug-in hybrid are forthcoming, but expect similar outputs to the 302 horsepower Lexus NX 450h Plus. The Lexus RX interiors are simplified. Similarly, the Lexus RX now borrows from the redesigned interiors of the new Lexus NX. A 14.0-inch touchscreen infotainment system takes the place of Lexus' sometimes fiddly remote touchpad. The simpler, touch-only interface is, quite simply, named the Lexus Interface Multimedia System. Even the door handles have made way for an arguably more complex e-latch system that offers one-touch opening. Interior options include 6 different colors for upholstery, while 4 trim options are available including bamboo, open-pore wood and aluminum finishes. The switch to the new platform and longer wheelbase means rear legroom is up. A lower loading lip in the boot improves loadability. All in, the changes to the new Lexus RX are far more comprehensive than the carried-over silhouette would have you believe. The RX has been the bestseller of the Lexus range, and the new one certainly looks well placed to carry forward that tradition.